Good morning. All right, so we have another nonfiction book that we're going to read. And today, the book's title is Think of an Eel. And it's written by Karen Wallace and illustrated by Mike Bostock. Are you wondering what an eel is? Well, an eel is a type of fish. So you'll see here, it has a lot of similar features as a fish. But what do you notice about the eel in this illustration that might be a little different? Okay. Well, this author tells facts about the life of an eel. In Salmon Stream that we read on Monday, we learned about the life of a salmon. As we read, I want you to think about how the life of an eel is similar to the life of a salmon. Beautiful pictures in here too. Look at this one. This one's very interesting. Gives us a little sneak peek. Think of an eel. Think of an eel. He swims like a fish. He slides like a snake. There's a warm, weedy sea to the south of Bermuda. It's called the Sargasso. No wind ever blows there. No sailing ships sail there. For thousands of years, there a secret lay hidden. This salt, soupy sea is where eels are born. Deep down where it is the blackest, eel eggs become an eel. He looks like a willow leaf, clear as a crystal. So this is what a baby eel looks like. And this kind of tells you, so up here is the United States, and this would be the New York area. Up here, down here is Florida. New York's over here. Florida's down here. And this is the Sargasso Sea right here. That little tiny black dot. Okay? So it's down past Florida. And then here, it says baby eels are born in early spring. A real one is only about this big. So this is how big. You could see it's not much larger than my fingernail. It's pretty tiny. His fierce jutting mouth has teeth like a saw blade. He eats like a horse and swims up through the water. Eats like a horse and swims up through the water. So I'll show you that picture of his teeth. The author says the baby eel eats like a horse. What do you think she means by that? Do you think horses eat a lot or a little? Yeah, a lot. And so does an eel, a baby eel. No, a lot for a baby eel. Probably not really as much as a horse. Imagine this eel, leaf, and millions just like him swimming on the waves across the wide sea. Some are unlucky. The seagulls are waiting. Beaks snap like scissors through the wiggling water. So look at all these holy buckets. Young eels from the Sargasso travel either to Europe or to America, whichever their parents did before them. Oh, wait a second. Did you think of something that's somewhat like a salmon? Maybe. Eel swims for 3 years. 3 years. Till he reaches the shore. But the river's too cold. There's still snow on the mountains. So he waits in the water, turns into an elver. Now he looks like a shoelace made out of glass. So look at that. That's the eel. So no longer looks like a leaf, but instead as she puts it, a shoelace made out of glass. Eels arrive in Europe around Christmas time. They wait offshore until spring, and as they wait, they turn into elvers. An elver is what an eel is called when it's no longer a baby, but not quite an adult. So kind of like an older child or a teenager maybe, right? What do you think about how they look? What are your thoughts on that? Pretty cool. And why don't they go up onto shore, or not onto shore, but up the river when they arrive around Christmas time? Yeah, it's too cold. It's too cold. So they wait until the snow melts, and then the rivers are a little warmer. When spring warms the shoreline, the smell of fresh water excites the glass elver. Into the river he swims like a mad thing. He wriggles up rapids, climbs rocks around waterfalls. River banks guide him. Nothing will stop him. Eels navigate by instinct. They always seem to know where they are going. Oh, wait a second. Who else used instinct to get where they needed to go? That's right, the salmon. Uh-oh, stuck. There we go. Around a drowned oak stump, through twisting river green weeds, a mud hole is hidden. Eels know without thinking it's what he's been seeking. He slips through the ooze. This hole is his home. Mud holes, burrows, and cracks in the riverbed are all homes for eels. Now, I'd like you to talk about or think about an elver's home. The thing that stuck out to me is he slips through the ooze. So there's got to be ooey gooey mud. Think of an eel. After years in the river, he's slit-eyed and slimy and thick like a snake. He gulps stickleback eggs, eats shrimp and small fish. So this is what a shrimp looks like. And they feed mostly at night, it says. If the river is empty, he swims from the mud hole, slips through the grass to steal snails from the pond. An eel can live out of water for 2 days or longer if the ground is wet, breathing through its slimy skin. So here's a pond snail. So as long as it's wet, he can live longer than 2 days because they don't breathe like we do through our mouths. They breathe through their slimy skin. And that's how they can live out of water. So cool. One day, eel stops eating. His stomach is shrinking. His long, windy body turns silver and black. Eyes like black currants bulge into headlights. Now, for the last time, eel slides from the mud hole. His years in the river are over forever. His years in the river are over. I wonder what that means. What do you think? Let's find out. Silver eels waits for a night that is moonless when the rain from the mountains have flooded the stream. Oh, do you remember that? Then he slips down the river, down to the seashore. The time has arrived for his long journey home. And it says silver eels usually leave the river in September or October. While they're waiting for a dark night, they sometimes get tangled up in a ball. Oh my goodness, look at that. Yeah, remember that salmon also waited for the rains to flood the streams. Now, did the salmon go up the river when they were ready or at the end of their lives, or they go down to the ocean? Right, they went up the river, but the eels are doing the opposite. They're going back to the ocean at the end of their lives. For 80 days, silver eel swims through the ocean, squirms like a secret from a seabird and sailor. There are millions just like him, deep down in the water, swimming silently back to the Sargasso Sea. Eels have big eyes for seeing in the dark. Oh, look what they are swimming by. A sunken ship. Now, the eel is following his instincts. Think about what that means. Now, remember the salmon did the same thing. The salmon had instincts to go up the river, to go back to where they were born. Now the eels are doing the same thing, except they go down the river to the ocean, right? Yeah, there's something telling them that it's time to go. That's their instinct. There's eel tomb and eel crater in the weedy Sargasso. After 80 days swimming, not eating, not sleeping, eel's long, windy body is worn out and wasted. He spills the new life carried deep in his belly, then sinks through the sea like a used silver wrapper. So the male fertilizes the female eggs in the water. So they lay the eggs, and then the girl eel lays the eggs, and then the boy eel helps them become babies. Okay. Ooh. Oh, remember these guys? Deep down where it's blackest, eel egg becomes eel. He looks like a willow leaf, clear as a crystal. His fierce, jutting mouth has teeth like a saw blade. He eats like a horse and swims up through the water. Imagine this eel leaf and millions just like him swimming on waves across the wide sea. Now, where have you heard something like that before? Yeah, at the very beginning. Remember, clear? Whoa! Clear here, right? The very beginning. That's right. So why do you think the author repeated this language at the end of the story? Yeah, the life cycle begins again, right? Yeah, it starts over again. All right. So boys and girls, you are going to go to Seesaw and answer a question or two about think of an eel and the life cycle of an eel. And I'm excited to see your work on that. And I am super excited to see you tomorrow at 9:30 on our morning meeting. So I hope you have a fantastic day. I miss you, and I really can't wait to see you guys. Bye.